Hello, my name is Raven. Welcome to my Left 4 Dead 2 mapping tutorial part 6. In this part we're going to expand on our level and we're going to add in a terrain and a skybox. Basically we're going to make a courtyard area for our crescendo event. Alright, the first thing we're going to do though is we're going to fix our level, and thanks to Zombie Killer 555 for pointing this out. I had accidentally selected prop underscore door underscore rotating. We want prop underscore door underscore rotating underscore checkpoint. So go on ahead and change that. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're just going to add on to our level. You can do it pretty much anywhere you want. I'm actually going to probably do it right here. Alright, so I'm going to select our wall. First thing I'm going to do is go to our texture browser. So go over to the right and hit browse. I'm going to type in dev. I'll scroll down. I'm going to select my orange texture. Okay. Oops. Make sure our select tool is selected and our wall is selected. And I'm just going to open up a nice pathway. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to create a nice little hallway. Alright. Okay. So now I'm just going to add the roof and flooring. So I'm going to select my floor, change my texture. Oops. Alright. Should probably fill that little gap. Alright. Now I'm going to just add on to our roof. Made a couple errors here. Okay. So I'm going to go and add on to our roof real quick. Okay, sorry it took so long. Alright, so now out here I'm going to create a big courtyard. I'm going to pause it while I create it, and I'll unpause it once I'm just going to do the walls, and then I'll unpause it. Alright, so I've went on ahead and made our very large courtyard area. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our texture browser, and we're going to select the gray texture. Alright. And now we will create our brushes that we will displace in order to edit terrain. I'm going to create 4 displacement brushes in here. First I have to you could use one big giant brush. However, as I've found in the past, doesn't really work that well. Alright, now these walls here and this wall here are both 1200. This wall and this wall are both 600. So I'm gonna break it up in nice neat chunks. Alright. Just going to take it up to about the middle. Create brush. And then I'm just going to do the same for all 4 of these and create 4 displacement brushes. Alright. Now that I've created the 4 different brushes, on the left, select our base editor and select the top 4 faces. Go to displacement, select create, power of 4. As you can see, we've now subdivided our 4 brushes. If you had used 1, you get a kind of low poly mesh, and with 4 you get something to build a little bit more high poly, and overall the terrain looks a little bit better. But you do have to be careful about how many displaces you use. Alright, then just select paint geometry, increase the distance, or the strength rather, and then increase the brush radius. Alright, and then just left click, hold to erase the terrain. Right mouse to lower the brush. I'm just gonna lower it down a little bit. Alright. Create a nice little raised area up over here. And I'll select smooth. Okay, so now we have a nice big drop off area we probably wouldn't be able to climb out of, so I'm going to raise it back up. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Sorry, I'm having a hard time deciding. So you guys can have yours any way you want. I'm also going to scale the texture down to 0.10 for both the X and Y. Alright. I meant to say you should probably turn on auto sew, or you can hit sew, and apparently there's no problem, so should be good. One thing you can have is when you're displacing, when you work with displacements, is you can create leaks much easier with them. And we are now going to proceed on using a skybox, and I'm going to pause it. I'm going to create a skybox all the way up and around and up underneath of the terrain. Otherwise it will create a leak. So go to our texture browser, type skybox, scroll down, select our tool skybox, and then I'll unpause it as soon as. Okay. So now I've placed the skybox all the way up and around and underneath the displacement. Alright, so the next thing you have to do is you have to go to map properties, skybox texture, and change what you currently have in there to sky underscore left for dead underscore C2M1 underscore HDR. Any of the older maps don't work, only the underscore HDR maps work, and you can go through and you can find one for the Left 4 Dead 2. Alright, and then go. Alright, so now that your skybox work, I'm going to go on ahead and add in a light somewhere. Alright, so now I'm just going to run the map. Wait for it to build. Alright, our nav meshes are now broken. I'll go on ahead and run all the way over here. Now you have a nice open area in our kind of nice and blocky terrain, which I'll probably go through and edit. And I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, so this concludes our tutorial. Thank you.